she can't quite get there. Like I said, she don't know what to do. She's in a state of worry, like, dang, why can't my shit pop? I'm Umar Johnson's daughter, da-da-da-da-da. She's trying to find a way to, or at least at first she may have been trying to find a way to do this the right way. Riding off of his name. Oh, I'm Umar Johnson's dad. Umar Johnson is my daddy, you know, showing that connection. That life connection. Well, that didn't quite work for her. Okay, them roads didn't open up for her. Maybe it's that she don't understand. She don't have the je ne sais quoi that her daddy got, whatever. But ain't nothing working for her. She got a little social media presence, but it ain't popping the way she needs. So in comes her mother. Runs with this secret. Oh, maybe you should pick up something or speak about something. And I'm just paraphrasing. But this is just what I feel like the cards are relaying. Her mother telling her, you know, maybe you should run with some of these secrets we got about our family. Maybe you should talk about that. And the girl decides, let me run with this. It's been 2 months since I done heard from my daddy. He ain't talked to me like that, no way. But I'm going to run with this. Knowing that anything else that I need, he'll be there. If I need a cash app, he'll shoot it to me. But I'm going to make it look like I'm trying to find my other siblings. So I'm going to run with this. So this is all a component of her mother popping a battery in her back, trying to maybe teach her to create controversy to get her shit rolling. That's all she's doing. Using controversy to try to draw attention to her social media. Okay? That's what all of the tagging Sukiana was about. That's what all of these videos are about. She's trying to draw attention to her social media, trying to grow her social media presence by destroying her father. The same thing that Absalom did to King David, aside from social media being present. But y'all get the flavor where I'm going with it. Point is, her mother and her have come up with this story of him not being financially there for her and creating burdens. At first she said sisters, he doesn't take care of his daughters, but then she walked it back to only her. The Queen of Wands is in reverse because her speech is not exactly accurate, y'all, and I don't want to be brutal on the girl because she's Umar Johnson's daughter, but sis, you're not telling the truth about this, and neither is your mother. Your mother is actually transferring her emotional burdens, her longing for your dad, onto you, and you're running with it. So they've concocted this story of him being a deadbeat father and them always having to fight about time spent with him and how he has left them out in the cold and he doesn't take care of her specifically. Like I said, she walked it back. At first she said he doesn't take care of his daughters. Then she specifically honed in on herself and she said, oh, well, I'm trying to find my sister. No, that's incorrect. That's not what she's doing. Her and her mother are working together to concoct a story to open a road for her to have favorability and to get money in front of social media, honey. That's all this is about. Like I said, it was a cash grab. Okay? It's about destroying her father's name, creating gossip around it, and she's going to chase you out to her social media. But the thing is, even when people go on her social media, they're not going to stick around because she does not have it factor. Okay? And again, I'm not shitting on his daughter, but I'm just telling it as it is. Instead of her coming in with this crash course, trying to pretend that her father does not take care of her and that she's trying to find a solution to them not having a relationship, she's going to crash and burn with this foolishness that she's creating. And she's going to be embarrassed by it, okay? Because I'm telling you, the man takes care of his children. Don't know what you consider a good father. I'm not saying he's a good father, but his cards indicate that he seems to be a decent enough guy, okay? This girl and her mother are not telling the truth. And let's go on into the last pile and tell you the last few cards. Umar ain't playing with this. Look, he's like you. Look, I don't want to be bothered with the mothers. And y'all cannot get mad because that man don't want to be bothered with the mothers. If he was there for them during their pregnancy, took care of their children, that's all he was supposed to do. He wasn't supposed to take care of the mamas. He actually wanted nothing to do with the mothers. They was just fucking look like it. And the mothers wanted it to be more. Which is why they are not being honest together. Okay, not the mothers. This specific girl's mama wanted more with him. And he didn't want that. And this is why she's lying. The more and more famous and the more money he got, the more angrier that this girl's mother became. And she's feeding her daughter this toxicity. But it's going to fall on them and not Ifa Tunde. Don't care if y'all don't like this. Look, us in Ifa, we not going to drag each other, okay? I'm going to point out there's some wrong, but he asked us not to mind his business. I'm going to do that. But he didn't say not to pull cards on this gal and her mama. And I'm telling y'all, this gal's mama is putting this battery in her back, and she's spearheading this foolishness. It's not going to work out for Umar'S daughter. She ain't got what she think it is to keep people interested in her. After this goes away, what are you going to do to keep people interested? See, your father got the gift of gab, beloved. What is it about you that makes us want to watch you, aside from the fact that you are Umar Johnson's daughter? Find your own success, honey, and you'll get there, but it ain't gonna happen doing this. And again, I ain't dick riding your daddy. I'm just saying that this situation is wrong. You know that man took care of you. You know your mama is lying because she want to be with him. Stop it. Pull this shit down off the internet. And us as black folk, we gotta stop being so quick to destroy one of our own. Because I said it on Instagram and I'll say it here. Regardless of what you all say about his personal life, all of that, oh, he's scamming, da-da-da-da-da. His message is still clear to black America, okay? And for those of you who commune and worship with the Orishas, y'all know that the Orishas have a dark side, right? Y'all know that Shango had been accused of not taking care of Oshun's twins, right? Y'all know that Ogun took off on his own and just sent money back to his children, right? Oh, don't play with me. Don't come over here talking that self-righteous bullshit. Because to be good, there has to be bad. To have light, there must be darkness. Understand that there is no perfection, and just because he is of Ifa, is of Pan-Africanism, does not mean that he's going to be perfect. I tell you what, you better fear a motherfucker that come towards you talking about they ain't got shit going on, because that might be a serial killer. You better beware of them motherfuckers with they get up on they costume and they motherfucking gele on their head and all wrapped up and presenting perfect to you. Because that, my dear, is always the worst type of human being spiritually you could ever meet.